जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्ति।
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a compelling spiritual force of our millennium, founder of an international socio-spiritual movement, pioneer of a modern Vedic renaissance, born in the sacred town of Tiruvannamalai in southern India, a yogi by birth, fearless spiritual explorer, beacon of divine power, Paramahamsa Nithyananda is today an inspiration for millions on the path. Adept in ancient mystical yogic sciences, researcher of the science of spirituality, guru for enlightenment. Every year, Paramahamsa Nithyananda shares with over 10 million people worldwide the treasures of his wisdom, the joy of his laughter, and the incomparable power of his initiation. Now, Paramahamsa Nithyananda reveals the secrets of living enlightenment. Join us for an unforgettable spiritual experience.
वन्दे सनातनं पुण्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। सर्वधर्मप्रणेतारं सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणं वन्दे सनातनं पुण्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। वेदवेदान्तसंवेद्यं देवदेवी स्वरूपम्।
Let's start today's satsang. Today, the place where Aghoris live.
To ensure that the pious have an easy passage to the afterlife.
हूँ यहाँ क्या कमी है मेरे को। यहाँ तो कपड़े वो जैसे ये है, चाहे जो चढ़ा के चला जाता है, खाना पीना उसी को उठा के ला के खाता पीता हूँ। ये अभी जो पीछे डेड बॉडी
Aghoris live in cremation grounds, the land which nobody wants to live. I tell you, throughout my wandering, my Parivrajaka Yatra, never even once I ever thought, where will I stay? Because always in all villages, my place is already reserved. Nobody will stay there. Cremation ground. All I need to do is ask the local people, where is the cremation ground? That's all. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, were you never disturbed by the ghosts, bhutas, pretas? I told him, dead people never disturb us. Only living people disturb us. I have never seen in history any dead people coming back and disturbing others. Only living people constantly disturb others. Cremation ground is the most peaceful, happiest place to live. Till settling in the Biddi ashram, of course, Biddi ashram is a Mahasmashana, the ultimate cremation ground where thousands of egos are killed and burnt. Every NSP, I am doing thousands of patterns and egos cremation. Till I reached this Mahasmashana, I always lived in Smashana, cremation grounds. Even in Kaveri banks near Erode, I was staying in cremation ground. I was sleeping actually on a samadhi. Night time before I sleep, I will tell the guy who is sleeping inside, hey, you are sleeping up lower berth. I am after all sleeping in the upper berth, don't worry. Lower berth is yours. I am on the upper berth, don't worry. And I will fall asleep. I used to sleep on one samadhi, means under which one man's body is buried, not cremated, buried. His son saw that and he made a small thatch on that samadhi for me to sleep and not to get disturbed when it rains. That was the first roof built for my sake, for me to live. See, samadhi already had 4 pillars, only the roof was not there. He made a thatch roof and said, Swamiji, please sleep on my father's samadhi, it will do good to my father's father. He will be liberated. Then, the next land belongs to him. He gave a little bit of land, small, few cents, and said, please, you can have your thatched hut here. Few devotees gathered and made a thatched hut. That's the first ashram we ever created. Till I came and settled down in this campus, I always used to stay in cremation grounds. Because that is a place nobody wants to stay, will always be available. And every village will have a cremation ground. Many villages don't have temples. Many villages don't have chowltry. Many villages don't have common place. Many villages doesn't have schools. In India, thousands of villages, why lakhs of villages don't have police station. But every village will have cremation ground. That is why Aghoris choose to stay in cremation ground. In Buddhist tradition, whenever a person comes to become a sadhu, first thing they will do, they will ask you to go and sit in the cremation ground and meditate for 3 months. See constantly dead bodies being burnt.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
When you see the dead bodies being burnt constantly, you will realize your body is also going to be burnt just like that. Continuously taking decisions based on the understanding of impermanence of the world is living enlightenment. If all your decisions are constantly made based on the impermanence of the world, it is living enlightenment. If your cognition is established in the impermanence of the body, it is living enlightenment. 3 months is too much time. Anybody will have their consciousness established in the impermanence of the body constantly. If your decisions are made from the impermanence of the body, you live enlightenment. 3 months is enough time for you to catch, understand impermanence of life if you are seeing the cremation every day, especially day in and day out. That is why Aghoris still, first thing they do is ask their followers to go and sit in cremation ground, where they will be constantly reminded about impermanence of the world, where they can constantly see kings and queens and priests and beggars ending their life in a same way. Death is the only thing which happens to everybody equally. You may use teakwood or sandalwood to burn the body, but you have to burn it. You may use sandalwood box or ordinary mud, but you have to bury it. You may build huge tombs and buildings, but you have to bury it. Living in the cremation ground, seeing dead bodies being burnt every day, living among the dead should be taken as a spiritual practice by every sincere seeker, at least for 21 days, because it makes your inner space understand the impermanence of your body and the world, especially when you are young. This practice should be taken, because when you are young, lot of your thinking, feeling, cognition, cognizance is penetrated by the concept of your health, handsomeness, beauty, heat in the blood. Gaudiya Dasa Sampradaya sannyasis, they overcome body consciousness by beautifully decorating it for the sake of Krishna. They say, I have offered this to Krishna. So even the decoration, he sees. You can overcome body consciousness either that way. When you pour water and give bath to yourself, be very clear. You are cleaning it because Krishna may enjoy. It's like cleaning the ground because Krishna will walk on it. When you decorate yourself, doing it because he will enjoy. Dressing it because Krishna is looking. That is one way of overcoming body consciousness. But Aghoris, as I said, they only know one thing, simply do it. They only know one thing, simply do it. They straight go and sit in the cremation ground, gaze at the dead bodies burning. I tell you, when you see a dead body burning, the cholesterol in the stomach dripping, every muscle burning, you will literally feel your body is disappearing. I had tremendous peace when I came face to face with my death and ready to go with it. Nothing else can touch. I tell you, this should be even a syllabus in our Gurukul. Kids should do this as a practical lessons. Sit in the cremation ground, watch dead bodies burning, understand the emotions you go through, and accept the death is going to happen to you also in the same way. I tell you, if this one thing is done to the next generation, they will become new generation. I have decided to make next gen as new gen. Next gen should not be the continuity of the old gen. That is why I am going to call my youth wing as new gen. All the new gen members should have passed through this one exercise, at least 21 days, sitting in some cremation ground, watching the dead bodies burning from morning till night. I tell you, I want the new gen to be Aghoris. Whether you are married or a brahmachari, whether you are a rishi or a sannyasi, you should be an Aghori. No compromise in that. I don't want junky lipstick crowd around me. The handbag meditators. No. I want Shiva's genes inside the genes. My new gen will be the conscious experiment done by the Sikh Gurus. Sikh Gurus have done this. See, if you see the Sikhs, tall, well built, you may think, are they separate race? No. Sikhism was developed in a very beautiful way. From each Hindu house, they picked up one child. The group went through a tremendous, powerful spiritual training. Training to the very core, even the DNAs have been transformed. I want the very genes of my new gen to be transformed. Well built, tall, like Aghoris. When fear disappears from your inner space, suddenly your physical structure becomes huge. I'll create a new gen, just like Sikh tradition. How the whole new group of people were created by the Sikh gurus. I'll create these new gen people. Shiva's genes inside genes. My new gen should be Aghoris. I want every individual who is interested to be part of the new gen, member of new gen, should at least 21 days live near the cremation ground, watch dead bodies being burnt from morning till night, come to terms with the reality of death. I also declare black jeans and black t-shirt as the uniform for the new gen. Belt with the tiger skin color. It is time we bring respect to Aghori Sampradaya, revive and relive Aghori Sampradaya. All the meditation techniques, spiritual principles, esoteric teachings kept alive by the Aghori Sampradaya should be used.
Want to get divine guidance for your life directly from an avatar? Introducing Dial the Avatar.
Nithyananda here.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda gives yet another incomparable, unique gift for the whole world.
Swamiji! Oh my God! I really can't believe Swamiji!
You got practically everything and too much for a phone call.
He has opened himself and is available to answer questions from anyone.
Great.
Live during the daily morning satsang.
No, you ask anything you want in your life. Ask me any boon you want.
Starting from 8 a.m., the lucky ones who dial 080-2727-9999 get to talk directly with Swamiji. Watch all of this live at ntv.nithyananda.org.
Let's go to the next clip.
Although most Hindus are cremated, the bodies of holy men and sadhus are laid to rest in the waters of the sacred rivers. Ramnath spent days scouring the banks of the holy Ganga, looking for a well-preserved skull.
अभी आता है सारा। इष्ट में कपाल है, मैंने कहा ये तो जो कपाल है तो कंकाल का है, अब इसके को खप्पर बनाना है।
There are thousands of lessons, truths taught by this one act of carrying a skull, having a skull. First thing, every Aghori believes unless you lived as a sadhu at least for 2-3 janmas, you will not become Aghori in this birth. In India, all sadhus' bodies are left in the rivers called Jalasamadhi. It gets carried by the Ganga, water flow, and gets buried under the sand in the Ganges. So if somebody wants to become Aghori, when he goes to his guru, first his guru finds whether this guy lived in his past birth as a sadhu, was his body left in the Ganga. If he has not lived as sadhu, guru tells him to get an ordinary skull from the cremation ground, because in cremation ground only householders are burnt. A sadhu is never burnt. Stop. You can project that photograph. The side, that is the place I used to sleep, that 4-pillar. Yes. Show that. I have a photograph where I used to sleep. The cremation ground. You see that small 4 pillars? Not the main thatch. The side. Small 4 raised pillars on the flat thatch. That is a tomb of a man. I used to sleep there only. It's a tomb. That roof was made by the son whose samadhi is that. And this land also belonged to that son. He donated, and the second, a little bigger thatch was made. Around 1 year I lived there. If you can find where I am in that photograph. Person who is standing on the stone, on the pole with a folded kavi dhoti is me. With a folded kavi dhoti, yes. That is me. Working. I was tying the mango leaf, the Maavelai Thoranam. Mango leaf, I am tying the one end of the mango leaf. All right. Anyhow. If the seeker who wants to become Aghori, if he has already lived one life as a sadhu, then Guru guides him which area his last janma body is buried. This guy has to go and search, find out, get his skull back and come back. Then only he is initiated into Aghori Sampradaya. Your past birth skull being with you will remind you 1000 things. when this skull was functioning, whatever worry was going on inside this head, how it is useless now. Same way, when this skull is functioning, whatever worry is going on inside this head now is also useless. But you think, no. That time it was useful, now it is useful. No. Neither that is useful, nor this is useful. When you come back with your own skull, Guru gives you initiation. After initiation, you are asked to meditate in the cremation ground.
The ingenious program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the ingenious program are directly under the guidance of enlightened master Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Nithyananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain yoga. Brain yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the ingenious program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. Let's see the next step.
क्योंकि 12 से 2 बजे तक रात्रि के अर्धरात्रि तक भूत आशा होता है, इसलिए मनुष्य जाते हुए डरता है और अघोरी जो है उस टाइम साधना करता है, क्योंकि कोई उसे रोकने वाला नहीं है, इसलिए वो भगवान शिव की पूजा शमशान में ही करता है।
They sit and meditate on the initiated mantras. Usually, all Aghoris are Shaivites, but all Nagas are not Shaivites. Somebody asked me the question, what is the difference between Aghori and Nagas? Nagas is the broad classification. Aghoris are the sub-classification of Nagas. In Nagas, all Vaishnavites are called Bairagis, Shaivites are called Aghoris. Aghoris are initiated into Mahavagya Shivoham. So they sit and meditate on this great truth, Shivoham. 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 Feeling immersed, completely settled with the great truth of Shiva, the ultimate Aghori, Adinatha, Mahadeva. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 09742203311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.